3, 4.
Hey, what's up guys, this is DestinyCat, and today I'm gonna bring you a guide for Burning Specter Scorpion. It's a variation that isn't played a lot at all, and a lot of people don't really think much of it, it seems, but it seems that slowly people are starting to pick it up and are starting to do some work with it. But I think personally it's his best variation, and I'm gonna show in this video why I think that is, as well as give you some basic tips and guides on how to play Burning Specter Scorpion and what you should be doing and what kind of, strings you should be using a lot, what kind of special moves to use and how to use not only the neutral jump punch that you get in the variation, but also your misery blade, which is like two really, really good things that he gets, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Before we begin, I want to give a quick shout out to Elijah Stacks. If you don't know who he is, he's an amazing Burning Specter Scorpion player. There's some videos on him on YouTube if you want to watch it, but I really want to give a shout out to him, because he really is one of the people who inspired me to make this guide. He actually made a guide as well. I think it was on someone else's channel, but it was also a guide that he made, where he also, guides how to play this character, and he went over a lot of the stuff that I'm also going to go in this video. So if you want to watch that, then go and check it out. It's very detailed, just like mine hopefully will be. But it's really good that we get at least one guy out here who's doing really well with him. But he's doing super well with this variation, and is really showing how to use it. So after you watch this video, go check that out if you want, and yeah, let's get right into it. So let's first talk about his NJP and how to utilize it in combos. So off of any hits into teleport you get, let me show if he's gonna get it first try. Like that. You get this. So that's 33%. Let me show you what other variations of Scorpion get. That's the basic Scorpion combo, and that does 4% more damage, which is actually very significant when you think about it. So they're definitely worth learning. They are very hard to do, but they're definitely worth learning. And I can get them almost every time now. I do drop them sometimes. The reason why they're difficult is because you sometimes get your short hop instead of getting this. So I'm gonna tell you some basic tips on how to get it, consistently. Like that. So the way you get them, the way you do it is after you see the teleport come out, you want to hold up. Don't try mashing up. Don't try mashing up. Otherwise you'll just get the short hop. Don't try to just do this. You wanna really hold up so that so that it comes out. The jump comes out. Otherwise it won't come out. And then immediately you want to press down 2. You hold up and then immediately down 2. And that's how you do the combos. But they're very sick, and you can see how much damage it does compared to, you know, what the other variations of Scorpion get that don't have the NJP. In the corner, you get crazy amounts of damage. These are very difficult combos, but let me see if I can do them. Almost got it. There we go. Okay, 38%, and the opponent's still in the corner, so it's definitely, you know, a lot of damage that you get. So I say it's definitely worth learning to do the NJP and incorporating into your combos, because it's going to be, you know, very helpful when you are when you're doing your combos, because like that much damage losing like, you know, from this losing 33% is like no joke. That is a lot of life that the opponent is going to lose because of it. So it's definitely worth learning it. Another part that can be a little bit difficult is the part right after the Fort 3. Because normally when you're doing a basic Scorpion combo, you don't have to dash or anything, you just do 1-1 into it, and that'll hit. But because of the gravity, you have to press Fort 3 and then kind of dash really quickly and do a standing 1 into 1-1 in Spear, or 1-1-2 if you want to keep them in front of you. So that's really, you know, that's really what you want to be doing. You know, do Fort 3 and dash up 1-1-2, or, you know, 1-1 Spear. So that's basically how you know how you do it. But those are the two biggest or hardest things in the combo is the Fort 3 into dash 1-1 and the NJP itself. What's also insane is that, you know, normally if you hit someone with a spear from full screen, you get like 11%, right? Which is like, you know, not very good damage if you want to meter burn it. You almost get more by just letting the opponent get hit. You get the same damage from just letting the spear hit him. So in other variations you don't get as much damage of it, but in this variation you actually get like 20%. If you see if I can hit it, like that. Look at that. It's 23%. That is insane. From just getting hit by a spear from full screen. You know, like you're over here, you're playing neutral, and someone just throws a spear at you, and then you just get hit by 23%, right? Like that's mad. That is really mad. Or they can go for restand. You can go for restand if you want as well, like that. You can also do standing 4 into down back into Misery Blade 3, which is plus I think it's 11, but it's plus 18. So I just do standing 4 just to be more plus. That's my basic tip anyway. Alright, so that is basically his combos. Now we're gonna go into what most of you are probably here for, how to use Misery Blade. So I'm gonna set my opponent to block. Alright, so the way it works is actually, I'm gonna put on frame data as well. The way it works is that there's only one string you're plus off of, and that's back 1-4. If you cancel it, you're plus 1 off that. Which is really good, because then you can check him with down 1. Like that. Like that. You can even do things like this. That is actually really good. You know, hit him with the standing 3, which is let me see how minus is that. -6, so that's safe on block. So you always have the ability to just be safe on block off of anything. So if you do like back 1-4 into it, sometimes it doesn't hit for some reason. Like that, you're gonna be -4 or -6 or whatever, depends on what string you're doing. But you have the ability just to be completely safe off of anything you do, any touch, any block, you just completely safe. Without, you know, having to rely on being -5, right? You can do that as well, but like, just the abilities to do this of everything is really significant. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So that's really what you want to be doing, is you want to be cancelling it into the Misery Blade on block, and on hit you want to cancel into teleport, so you get a full combo. I know a lot of you guys haven't really practiced hit confirming, but it's one of the most important skills. And what's great about learning hit confirming is that you can use it, you know, in any game, in any fighting game or in a rest game, because it's always a thing. Where if you see something hit, you go into your combo. If you see something get blocked, you go into something that's safe. It's pretty simple. So that's basically it. You want to use back 1-4 a lot into cancel, because you're +1. You see everything else, you're like, you know, -7 or -9, you know. For some reason you're +1 off back 1-4. So use that to your advantage. Use back 1-4 a lot, especially because it's a really good button to begin with, because you already got, you know, your back 1 into back 1, you know, kind of trying to bait the opponent into doing something and then punishing it. Or even down 1, back up, back 1-4 is also a very good thing to do. But in this variation it's kind of amplified, because you have the ability just to do this and be +1 and then, you know, do a throw off it. Or you can do a free off it. If the opponent thinks you're gonna do, you know, back 1-4 into overhead, you can do back 1-4 into the cancel into down 3 to do a low, and then if that hits the opponent, you're very plus, and you can, you know, do a throw or do a mix up, or, you know, go back a bit and then go forward 3. Also use forward 3 and 1-1-2 a lot, because those are his 2 best pressure tools, and those are always good in your every Scorpion variation. But 1-1 stackers that's auto shimmy, so the opponent might think you're gonna go for throw, and then you can just in the string to get knocked down and get Oki, which is really strong. Or you can do 1-1 into throw, like this, or standing 1, back up, back 1. You know, be weird about it. What's also very nice about this variation is that it has the ability to turn anything that's normally, you know, overhead low into either overhead or low. So, you know, back 2-2, pretty bad button because you're unsafe. But in this variation you get 4 advancing mid that you can cancel. You know what I mean? So you got the ability to cancel. You'll get the range that you add as well, you know? It's a very nice range you add. So this normally ends with overhead, so you can do into a low, back 2 into a low, which is very nice. Just the ability to do that, because the opponent is going to expect the overhead. And then when they start respecting that, you can do, you know, cancels, or you can do just a poke, right? You can be like, oh, I'm going to poke you. I don't know if it's going to hit them. I guess it doesn't work off this. But you have the ability just to cancel it, go for throw into your -7, which, you know, because they're respecting you, you might as well go for that. Or you can go for the overhead, or you can go for the, like I said, the low. Same thing with back 1-4, which is even another mix-up game of that, because now you got back 1 into overhead, so you got back 1 overhead, right? Or you got back 1 low into cancel, into cancel into throw. You got back 1 cancel. You know what I mean? So you have the ability to mix the opponent like crazy. You can even do, you know, forward 4-2 is overhead, right? Low into overhead. You can do forward 4 low, or you can do forward 4-2 low, or you can do forward 4 cancel, forward 1, forward 4 low, right? So you get like a free low there. That was like 3 lows in a row. You can do less. You can do that. Double cancel. You can do. You know, there's a lot of options here. You have the options to do all kinds of different things. You can even do like. Let's see what you can do. Forward 4 into cancel into down 3 if they're expecting the overhead, or you can do, you know, back 1 into overhead, back 1 into overhead, or you can do, you know, all kinds of things. You can even do down 1 into the poke, or you can do back 1 into the poke. You know, you got so many options here. It's crazy. I can't believe no one is playing this variation. It seems so good. It almost is too good. Like, you know, you got so many options here. One thing you also got is, I don't really have the ability to show it right here. I was doing it in the montage leading up to this video, but you got the ability to do, you know, flawless blocks off of, you know, block strings like 1-1-2 and back 1-4-1, or back 1-4-3, excuse me, not back 1-4-1, back 1-4-3. So, being able to up 3 someone and be like mad plus is really good in this variation, especially because you have the mix-up game of this, right? But what I'm saying is the ability to turn, you know, any string that you see that normally has a low overhead into overhead or low is really strong. I know they're unsafe, but it's still really good just to have the ability. And if you don't want to be unsafe, just do, you know, the little poke thing. Then he also has another mind game. If you didn't think this was enough, you know, if you didn't think that all this shit I just talked about made this character good, he also has this. Things like this, you know. He also has things like this, where you can do like, you know, mix-ups. You know what I mean? Or you can do like that was a low, right? And it looked like it was gonna be an overhead, but it wasn't. See what I mean? So you do have the ability to mix people. Obviously, they can poke out of that stuff, but and things like that. But if they respect you a lot, you can just go for be really weird with it. And this is really nice because this costs you offensive bar, not defensive bar. So you can still cancel even though you've done this. So that is really powerful. Just the ability to fake out like that and be weird or be mad plus off of back 1-4 and doing so throw. It's really good, and you got this back 1-4, which is really good with Punisher. You got your forward 3, you got your 1-1-2, you got your forward 4-2, which is like really good because again you got this. So it's just like mix up city. This character can mix the fuck out of you. I have some of the clips I was showing earlier, like in the montage, was me just like mixing the living crap out of my opponent. This character is fucking crazy, and it's so weird to me that no one is playing it. I've said it earlier in the video, but that is just weird. Why is no one playing this variation? It seems so good on paper. Because you get plus frames, you get mix-ups, you get safety, you get everything you want. You get everything you want. You even get more damage. It gives more damage as well. Way more damage actually. Off of things that Scorpion can't normally get much damage off. Really good corner combos, really good combos, really strong combos, really fun character. Like I'm telling you, if you guys are tired of playing Reborn or you're tired of playing Searing Mage and you're thinking, which character should I play? Go play this character. You won't regret it. Learn this character, is a lot of fun. He's got a lot of tools. He's fun to play. He's fun to master. You can wreck people online. You get respect for it because people will see that this is hard to do. So people are gonna tell you that you're a good Scorpion when you consistently land this online or just in tournament. So guys, if you haven't played this variation, I'm telling you, this variation is sick. It's amazing. It's fun to play. Everyone I played with that played this variation have said that it's amazing and it's changed the whole experience of playing MK11. Because a lot of people are saying, okay, MK11 is boring. MK11, every character is the same in MK11. You know what I mean? This character is nothing like any other character. This character is fun. He's got shots of MKX, and that he's got cancels just like run cancels. He's got his NJP from MKX. This character is amazing. Absolutely, if you haven't played it, go play it. Go try it out. You won't regret it. Anyway guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned something about Scorpion. I think I pretty much covered everything. But if there's anything I didn't cover, you can just leave a comment and tell me if there's something that you found with the character that I should have covered but didn't. But this was just a basic guide on how to use Misery Blade. And how to, convert off his NDP combos. So yeah guys, that's it for me. This is DestinyCat249 signing out. Hope you guys are having a great day, and definitely more content to come in the future. And definitely more gameplay of Scorpion Misery Blade as well. Or Scorpion Burning Specter. See you guys.